cared at the age of 14. Strange ways at the age of 15. It was like going to hell. The next minute I've heard bang, 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 and I've hit the deck. But all this is now, his life's ended. It was like going to hell. Don't want them kids to go down that path.
Yeah, it's another life saved, Bin the Blades, Darren Roberts story.
I woke up on the wrong side of things today. I've been
So I'm Paddy Nicholls, and this is the Bin the Blade podcast, the Darren Roberts story. I'm the producer, and I'm talking with...
My name is Darren Roberts. Another life saved, Bin the Blades.
We might as well start from the beginning. Childhood. Where did you grow up?
Well, I was in Endon Vale. It was just like, that's like, it's not far like from Cheetham Hill. You had Endon Vale on the bottom, just off like, say, Queen's Road. So if you've got Queen's Road, you can get off Queen's Road, you can come down. There's a certain pathway you can get down there. Do you know what I mean? And at the top was Kent House.
Was that an estate at the top of the hill, did you say?
Yeah, no, we was on the bottom and Kent House was on the top.
Did you hang around there a lot? Or...
Yeah, that's kids. Yeah, that was there. That's where I growing up, yeah.
So this was like the mid-80s time?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, the mid-80s, yeah.
What kind of stuff did you get up to? Was it quite close on the estate? Was there a bit of a community? Did you hang out with all the kids on there? And...
Yes, we was all close on the estate because it wasn't that big estate, so everyone knew each other. And yeah, it was good. Growing up there, yeah, it was good. We got into a lot of mischief. But it was good, yeah, it was good, yeah. We done football, cricket, anything really what we could do, we done. Just to keep our minds occupied.
But you were chatting the other day about going down the river.
River Irk or something it was called. There was like a river. So where we was, the river was just there. So what we done as kids, there was like making barrels and certain things. So what we done, we've climbed over, got these big, massive, big blue barrels and black barrels, and we've cut them in half to make boats. So what we done there, we just put them on the river, not thinking about it, dangerous. Got into him, and we just used to go down the river. It was fun, just fun. And there were certain times that you have to go in because the lights used to go off. So we used to get back at a certain time. I forgot the times, you know what I mean? It been around 9 o'clock-ish. Not really sure, but that's what I'm just saying for now.
How do you think that's different from today?
Oh, it's just changed a hell of a lot. But there's more criminal activities going on, and it's just gone through the roof now.
Did you used to go to Cheetham Hill a lot?
Yeah, because that's where I met some friends and that. And there was because what it was and all, Paddy, we had a school, it was called Temple. So I used to go to that primary school, Temple. So when I was in primary Temple school, then I met a few people there. And obviously where the school was, Cheetham Hill was just across the road.
Were you like aware of any gang activity at the time or anything going on then when it was like the mid-80s?
Yeah, you seen little bits, and but it wasn't as bad as, how would I put it now? It's like the 90s when it started coming rife.
And the drugs started changing?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of drug dealers. At them times there was robberies, burglaries, car thieves. Yeah, there was a lot of things, a lot of activities going on.
Did you say it was mainly weed at the time?
Yeah, weed. Yeah, because I was smoking weed at that age, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was the only weed I only knew about was weed.
Who were you living with at the time?
I'm living with my mum and my uncle. Well, my mum brought us up. My dad was not really there, come down again, and that was it, you know what I mean? But my mum done all the hard work by bringing us all up. She was a good mother. Really good what she done.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think on her own, do you know what I mean? So I had to take me out off to her.
What was it your dad did?
He was just working in warehouses and things like that.
Because obviously you're mixed race. What was their like background? Where were they from and stuff?
Well, my mum's English, obviously, yeah. And my dad was West Indies. So he come over from West Indies, you know what I mean? I don't really know how my mum and dad met because I was a bit young then, do you know what I mean? But yeah, my mum done all the hard work, bringing us all up. And my uncle as well. Because like I said, where we used to live on, like down in Endon Vale.
Is that your mum or your dad's?
That's my mum's side.
Right.
It was my mum's brother. And he brought us up. And he was like a father figure who we looked up to as well, do you know what I mean? Because my real dad wasn't in our lives, or how he should have been in our lives. Like my mum, I remember my mum, when she used to take us like to school now and again, she used to get called the N-word. And it was really bad. It was, in them days it was bad. Get calls all kinds of names in them days. And my mum used to get really slagged off.
For being with a black man.
Yeah, bad racist in them days, mate. Bad. Seen a lot. Felt sorry for my mum, do you know what I mean? It's not her fault at the end of the day. We're all human beings, aren't we? Don't matter about what colour you are. Yeah, I didn't like it, Paddy, do you know what I mean? Like I just said to you there, Paddy, I felt sorry for my mum, what she went through.
So you think he was a positive influence, your uncle?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he done the best he could.
Yeah.
I don't fault him at all. Yeah, he done. He helped my mum out really good and helped us out.
You were talking before about, because you said about your dad, but what was your relationship like with him?
It wasn't like a proper father. How to put it, as how you should love your parents, you know what I mean? Because I never really seen him. Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't have that bond with him, do you know what I mean? Because we, like I said, going back, never seen him really, do you know what I mean? Just often. So
how did your dad react to you not going to school and, wagging it and all that stuff?
Well, he was there anyway, do you know what I mean, for my mum. And he used to chase us all over, do you know what I mean? And he didn't like it, do you know what I mean? He wanted us in school to get that education, do you know what I mean? And my mum wanted us, but we never went, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I could laugh at it, but as soon as we seen our dad and all that, we used to just get off. Do you know what I mean? Because we know that at the end of the day, he was proper strict. Let me tell you, proper strict.
Was he violent ever?
Yeah. Because I remember one time I was in Queen's Park. Like I said before, I was wagging school. He's got us. Next thing, just took a branch off the thing, started hitting us with it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he was really, really violent in them. Do you know what I mean? I want to put it. He was just violent then. Do you know what I mean? Because we weren't going to school and that. He was just thinking, well, I'll just do this and that. Do you know what I mean? It was just one of them things, innit? It was just one of them things, Paddy. At the end of the day, it just happened, innit? He did it us. And
think it affected you at all?
Not really, do you know what I mean? Not really, do you know what I mean? Not really. I think I was like, I don't know, because with me, I've been through a lot of like other things, you know what I mean? And people say, how have you come through it?
Were you left to your own devices?
Yeah, but just left alone, do you know what I mean? Because obviously with my mum, she couldn't really angle us, you know what I mean? He was ruthless, let me tell you, do you know what I mean? And my dad, he wasn't there all the time. You just pop up now and again.
Were your other siblings in like a lot of trouble? Or
my sister wasn't. She's called Margarita. She wasn't, no, but she did. We all ended up in care though. But she only went to care through school, not going to school, not attending school. That's it. Then I had my other brother, Chris. He was just like me, really. Do you know what I mean? Jay, he wasn't too bad. But we all did end up in care through not going to school.
Same place? Or?
No, different places.
Right.
Different places. The care homes, what I can remember, was one was Rose Hill, one was in Wales, and I think one was, called Mobley something it was called. I forgot where that was. There was a few where I ended up in. But the main one was Rose Hill. What
was the day-to-day like in the care?
It was, you used to just go like to work in the buildings, you know what I mean? So you had like little workshops. So you used to do what you're doing and all that. But obviously when you're getting into a bit of mischief, not going to school and robbing this and robbing that, they're the places you can end up. And that's where I did end up when it was back then.
So you were talking about like escaping from like absconding from there.
Absconding, Paddy. Yeah, I just used to get off from there. I just used to just get off. and that was it. Then we just get on like the motorways and things like that, flagging down cars to get home and all that. Yeah, it was, didn't like it there, mate. Didn't like it, Paddy. That's all I can say. I was missing home, innit? Anyone would have missed home, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was just the way that I was getting into that trouble at that age, not going to school and doing naughty things like robbing cars, burglaries, you name it. I've done it all, do you know what I mean? And that's where I did end up, do you know what I mean? For what I've done in my childhood, do you know what I mean?
Because you were with your parents, did you have any resentment about being sent into care? Was there any feelings of like blame on them for why that happened at that point when you were a kid? Maybe not now, but
No, I don't think it did. I can't blame my mum for it, because at the end of the day, Paddy, it was my fault, innit? I didn't go to school. At the end of the day, like you said, in them days, you were wagging school, do you know what I mean? I had the wag man coming round.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Really, I was just dodge him, you know what I mean? And there used to be a park from where we was, not far, called Queen's Park. We used to just go up there, just wagging school.
this is North Manchester near Harpray, Blakely,
Yeah,
Cheetham
yeah,
Hill.
that's the one, yeah. We was just up there, just not going to school, Paddy. Smoking cigarettes, getting into mischief.
What was it that you didn't like about school?
I don't know what that was. Just didn't want to go. That was it, do you know what I mean? When you're staying off and you're not going in, you just get used to it, thinking, nah, not interested. But really and truly, school was there to give you education, do you know what I mean? And I did lose that education as well, because I could have been better now if I did go to school, do you know what I mean? But at that time, I wasn't thinking.
Was it quite hard with thinking about work and stuff like that in the 80s, because you had Thatcher in charge and things were getting a bit tough, unemployment and stuff like that? It's quite high.
Oh yeah, it was really hard. Yeah, it's like the only job I was really doing was warehouse jobs and things like that. Do you know what I mean? And obvious, when you meet other people and they're into crime, I just followed, and then I started getting into mischief. Do you know what I mean? Nicking cars, selling drugs, burglaries.
What drugs was it?
In them days, we were just selling like, what was it? It was heroin and crack cocaine. 20 of us all got busted for drugs, Class A drugs and all that. There was one incident on Monsell where I was with me auntie. That's my mum's sister. I was staying at her house and that. Through all the racists going on the estate, it got a bit violent then, you know what I mean? The way that there was on there. Then my dad come down. I remember my dad coming down and they just all kicked off on Monsell. Kicked off, do you know what I mean? Or weapons that got pulled down. Some of them really got really badly hurt. Next thing, the police got involved. I was there and I got took in because someone said I was there. But I wasn't there, do you know what I mean? Doing what on that had nothing to do with me. But I went to jail for that.
Was
It
that
was like Section 18 charge, with.
And that was when you were about 15?
Yeah, round about that time. Yeah, about that 15s, yeah, 15, yeah.
And where was it you ended up?
I ended up in Strange Ways.
So what do you think was like lacking from how you like related to your parents and stuff back in the day, back that sort of 80s, early 90s?
More stricter than them days to me. Do you know what I mean? Not now, if I look at parents bringing some of the children up today, it's all different. I think they just get away with murder, Paddy. They're always on the computers, phones, very cheeky to the parents. A lot of them smoking weed now. And what else is them balloons?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that's going on. I think the parents are just soft in this day and age. I think that just some of them just soft. In my day and age, my dad and even my mum, do you know what I mean? They was proper strict in them days, you know what I mean? Them days were strict to me.
Do you think that there was anything that could have been better back in those days in terms of how they interacted with you or anything like that?
Yeah, I think we should have had more loving. But obviously, we never had it because obviously it was just with my dad and my mum, they were separated, you know what I mean? So we see my dad now and again when he popped up. And my mum have to bring us all up by herself, do you know what I mean? It was hard for my mum. I felt really sorry for my mum, do you know what I mean?
Do you think do you see any of that now with kids now?
Yeah, I've seen it now, Paddy. Yeah. It's like most of the kids now are like living with nannies. Do you know what I mean? Aunties and all that, innit? And some of them are just living with friends now. Do you know what I mean? It's I see a lot of it now happening out here now. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think there's a lack of communication with the parents and stuff between them and the kids about understanding about different things? Or
Yeah, I think some of the parents. I'm not saying all the parents. I say the parents can be tougher. They should be tougher with their kids, like speaking. Do you know what I mean? Like how would I put it now? Where have you been? Are you in a gang? How was school? Who you hanging about with? Checking the bags when they're coming in, and making sure that your kid's safe, because these streets out here today are bad.
We're going to be back with more podcast episodes soon and more content on the YouTube channel. If you go on youtube.com/@bintheblade, check us out on all the other streaming platforms where you get your podcasts.